Today is Wednesday, November 5th, and this is your forecast for the northeastern United States. And today, the main headline is going to be the potential for some very strong winds. It'll happen a little bit earlier in the day for western and central New York, and then by this evening in the New York metro, there could be some really strong winds, gusting maybe over 50 miles per hour. So that's the main headline. We got a quick moving storm that's causing these strong winds. In general, winds are going to gust, 40 to 50 miles per hour, but there could be some wind gusts that reach as high as 60 miles per hour, and that's the real concern here with those types of winds. Whenever the wind gets above about 58 miles per hour, that's what the science shows, we start to see some branches coming down and some power outages. So wind gusts up to 60 certainly could cause a bit of that later on this afternoon and into the evening hours. This morning in the New York metro, we have some scattered clouds. It's chilly. Temperatures are starting the day in the 40s. We'll end up in the mid 60s this afternoon. The winds start to pick up. They'll gust 25, 30 miles per hour and continue to climb up. And then I think the strongest of those winds come through probably around 8 to 11 p.m. this evening, where winds could gust as high as 60 miles per hour. There's also some rain with this quick moving system, but the majority of that rain will sweep across western, central, and upstate New York, with Buffalo, Rochester, Syracuse, and areas north of Albany all in the path of those showers. The highs there will be in the 50s today. We got 60s in New York, upper 60s in Philly, and around 70 in DC. Then tonight, the rain showers, especially this evening, continue along the New York State Thruway from Buffalo all the way to Albany. Higher elevations are going to start to see a switch over to snow, a wet snow, and even some minor accumulations with area of some lake effect snow developing north of the Thruway. 40s and eventually some clearing for us here in the New York metro. So here's a look at the map. This is a clipper system. A clipper is just a fast moving area of low pressure, but this one's pretty potent. So we got those strong gusty winds as it's approaching, sort of a squeeze play between high pressure out to our east and low pressure coming in from our west. It's that pressure difference that causes that wind, and we're really going to see those winds pick up this afternoon into this evening. So the gusty winds will begin to subside tomorrow morning. It's going to feel cold tomorrow morning with those winds still lingering and the colder air pouring in. So a chilly day tomorrow. We're kind of recovering from that on Friday. Over the weekend, a couple of scattered showers with a next approaching system, and then that will bring in another push of some very cold air. In New York, it looks like highs will be in the 40s early next week. I think highs in the 30s a good bet for the remainder of the Northeast. Just a heads up on that. A lot colder weather coming in early next week. All right, that is your Wednesday morning weather update. I hope everyone has a terrific rest of the week. Remember that as long as you want there to be, there will always be a 100% chance of good things.